What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan Reviews, and today we're going to be doing a discussion topic video on a video kind of overall review and discussion, like I said, of kind of the overall review of Season 2 of Fear the Walking Dead now that it has finished. We're going to go over kind of a little summary of every episode, kind of talk briefly about every episode, and what do I think about each one. Now that, of course, the season has ended, so, yeah. Definitely a solid season. Definitely it ended very strong, started pretty good, and halfway through went amazing, you know. In terms of what section of the season, you know, kind of like, you know, what's my favorite kind of bunch of episodes this season? Like, what's my favorite, like 2 or 3 episodes of the season? What's my favorite, like, section of the season? Is it the stuff on the boat? Is it kind of the stuff there in the middle with the, Celia and the supposed death of Daniel? And then or is it the ending with kind of like the death of Chris and the end of the hotel and the Mexico and things like that? You know, like which one is it for me? Oh man. I'm gonna actually have to go with the most recent stuff, the hotel. I really enjoyed those last few episodes, man, of Fear the Walking Dead Season 2. Oh. For me personally, Wrath was unbelievable. I mean, that was probably the standout episode of probably the entire show of Fear the Walking Dead. As much as I loved the Season 1 finale, I gotta say it has been beat. Definitely at this point, at least. Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, definitely really cool. Let's start from the first episode. This one is 201 called Monsters. So, Monster Man, oh god. Good beginning, I want to say. I definitely have mixed thoughts about it, though, because the beginning is absolutely, like, just crazy. I mean, it starts off with them immediately having to wash away all the way to the boat and go to, you know, to wherever they want to go and live off the land and everything. But then, after that, it's just kind of all about them chilling on the boat. And that really is not that exciting. And we're kind of bored there, you know, for a while. And then at the end of the episode, it kind of recovers itself with the ending with, Chris going into the water after dumping Liza's body in the water, that was crazy as well. So there's some pretty crazy stuff at the beginning there. And boom, he goes in the water. Nick goes after, Chris, and, Madison's like, Nick, don't, please. He jumps in right after him. What is it, Travis that says, are you okay? And he's like, I'm just going for a swim, but he was really probably going to kill himself. So, really just crazy stuff. And then at the end, you have another boat, like people saying, like hey, hello, just a really crazy ending. I would say the first episode was a really good beginning to that whole boat storyline that we kind of had in the first couple episodes of Season 2. Definitely really great. Episode 2, this one was boo. I have to say, just boo. What is the point of this entire episode? I mean, they meet the family. It's boring right off the bat. They stay there for a while, they spend the night there, they're kind of twisted, we get the idea, and then the rest is just dialogue. How'd you sleep? Not that great, it's like, seriously, give us something, and you think at the beginning, the walkers are about to get those 2 little kids, boom, there's a fence. Oh, I mean, just totally ruins the moment. Just seriously, why would you put that fence there? Have the kids run. Have it be exciting. Have them run all the way to their house. Say, Mommy, there's walkers coming. And walkers, right? And that right there would have been enough for me from the beginning. They couldn't even do that. So, because they had to put that stupid gate there. So, oh, man, I hated that. Now, again, moving on. Afterwards, we have the whole fall of them. They're about to take the kids with them. The guy insists that he's going to take the kid. They shoot the zombie girl and all that. They all die, except for the other two boys, the little kid and the teenager guy with the rifle. Just boo. It doesn't do anything for the story. They drive away, and then the next episode, they act like it never even happened. Like, I'm like, could you really? I mean, you can really pretty much, I would basically say, and I can't believe I'm saying this because usually no TV shows have episodes where you can do this. You could actually, let's say if you're only starting to watch it now after the season's done, and you only watch it after the season ends type of thing, Netflix style or whenever you get the DVD and you start watching the whole season, I recommend to just skip the second episode. There's nothing that pulls the story forward. It says it affects the characters. I mean, it does. It's tragic, but no. Episode 3. Episode 3 for me, you have Nick. The whole Gus thing kind of starts. The thing like that. You have the crashed plane. The people from Flight 462, which is pretty exciting. And at the end, Strand cuts the rope. And, it's pretty good. I just don't feel like it was amazing. But it was, I would say the third episode was decent. Ouroboros, episode 3. Moving on to episode, also in that episode, I like it, Daniel's like, he's like, we're on a $10 million boat. Your $10 million boat? I like that one. Okay. Episode 4, Blood in the Streets. Dude, this one was, I would say probably another one of the best episodes of Fear. You have just the people saying, help, we need help. They get on, boom, the girl knocks Madison out. She takes everything. She ties her up. They have them out in the boat. They have them all down on their knees. Crazy. Really crazy. You're making a mistake, and it's Jack, the girl that was on the radio, with, Madison's daughter, Alicia. God, I always forget. I always mix, Ophelia and Alicia. I always mix those two. So excuse me further on this video if I do. But anyway, that happens. You have the whole just random thing. And then at the end, they capture, Travis and Alicia. Cool. Really, really exciting. I definitely have to say, really crazy. Nick goes off by himself. I mean, oh, dude. So then in episode 5, Captive, basically they have to get them back. Travis is locked in a cage or a cell or whatever. And what ends up happening is that you have this whole trait thing, which I won't go too much in because it's kind of spoilers for the Walking Dead comic book series. This is actually a scene in the Walking Dead comics. But it's actually in the comics the bad guys who kill the person that was captured and makes them turn into a zombie. So basically, I might as well just say it. They are the people that did that. Negan did that to Rick's group with one of Rick's people in one of the wars in the comics, which we'll probably see later on. So I won't spoil it because it didn't happen yet in the TV series. That was Negan. He is considered our bad guy, and in replacement, it was in Fear the Walking Dead, and the ones that did all that bad stuff was our following group in Fear the Walking Dead. So a lot of people think, oh, okay, they're villains. I pretty much think they are because they took that and they made them be in the role that the Saviors were in the comics and All Out War. I think it was just amazing that they did that. You have that awesome scene. I love this scene. Travis punching the guy, boom, really, really love it. Really, really crazy. They get away. Alicia says, I'm sorry, I have to go. She jumps right off into the boat. Episode 6, Secret Service, was it? They finally get to Mexico, and we find out, of course, that we have this running community. We have Celia and Nick. They kind of start this just kind of friendly, I guess, relationship. Don't tell anybody I'm serving you food. It's not, dinner time yet. Really great episode. And I gotta say, man, the ending when Chris walked into the room, and it looked like, because when they woke up, it almost looked like he was about to, do something. But he really wasn't at all. He was going to go investigate Shiva. This was an amazing episode. I have to say, you had the supposed death of Daniel. You had the hallucinations with his wife. I forget her name. The whole place goes bananas. It explodes. You have Madison killing Celia. Really just, crazy. Again, they seem like bad guys. She locks her up. There you go. You're gone. Dude. And you have everybody splitting up. You have Travis and Chris who go off. He wants to protect his son, so that's what he goes and does. Moving into episode 8, the second half. I won't explain this second half much because a lot of these episodes really blend in with me. You have the first one with Nick. He's alone. He's suffering, I guess, and he's thirsty. He does the walker thing, and he ends up going into the colony at the end of the episode. Cool. I did like it. A lot of people said that it was a really bad episode, and they said it was a terrible return. I gotta say, for Fear, that was a good episode. Los Meritors, I'm just gonna say right off the bat, boo. We had the beginning of the hotel. They had that cool cliffhanger at the end, but just a dialogue episode. Really just a stupid episode. And yes, I will say it was an absolutely stupid episode. Now moving on to the one with Chris and Travis. This one was great. We had, all that stuff with, him shooting the guy and them connecting and finding those guys. Great. Episode 12, I'm just doing brief here. Episode 12, I really did like this one. The scene with Madison at the dock when she jumped off. Oh my god, that was just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. She ran right off, and really great. You had the Colonia, things kind of starting to build up to the finale. Great. And then Pablo and Jessica, really good. I want to say it was good. You had some of the stuff here with, before we move on to that one, you had the stuff in the other episode before that, which you had the Colonia again after. Like, you had, 2 episodes with the, the hotel, and then 2 episodes like the Colonia, but both of them were, almost, the same 2 locations in, 2 episodes, and that was, episode 11 and 12. Those 2 mixed together. Those 2 right there, though, I gotta say. Episode 11 with Madison jumping off the dock, that was great, but the other one was kind of... Now, we also get the one with, episode 13 when Chris leaves Travis. Oh, crazy. Really great. And then you had the kind of ending stuff with Wrath and North. North was great, and Wrath, obviously the scene with Chris. Oh, just crazy, man. Craziest scene in Fear the Walking Dead so far. And then North, you had, the border. You had Ophelia looking for Daniel. Really just amazing. And, I loved it. I loved it a lot. So, let me know what you guys think about this season, guys. And, like I said, just a brief kind of video. Because... really, I explained the main things of this season. In terms of a rate for this season, I think this is good. A lot of people complained about some episodes and stuff. I'm going to give this season... I'm going to give it an a 9.2. It deserves it. Yeah, so, let me know what you guys think about the season, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.